So let's see how we can add some persistence with local storage. For example, in the finished project, let's say that you select this one and check. You can see we have 1, 0, and if you reload, the values are going to be here. So you can continue playing with your score and reload, and everything is going to be here. So let's say that you want to remove your results, you can click here, and this is going to reset the values. So let's see how this is done in the code. So we're going to scroll right here, and here where we have this check answer, we're gonna call a new function that is going to say save into local storage, and we're gonna call this function save into storage. This is going to be the function, so let me copy this. Saves correct or incorrect totals in storage. So we're gonna call this function, and is going to be equal to an arrow function. So then we're gonna add local storage. So local storage dot set item. If you remember, you have to use set item, and then we're gonna use quiz underscore game correct. And the correct is going to be this value. So we have correct number. This is going to be the value that is going to be added. So every time that the user submits a response, an answer, this is going to be called. So let me copy this and paste, and let me add incorrect right here. So we have correct and incorrect, and in this case we're going to use this function, this variable. So save this and open the project, and click here on check, this one also check, and this one. So you can see we have 2 and 1, so let me inspect this and open local storage. So let me place this at the bottom, application, we have local storage, you can click here. And you can see here I have a bunch of different things about the course, but you can see we have quiz game correct, it's 2, and we have also quiz game incorrect, in this case it's going to be 1. So if you reload, everything is going to be lost right here, but we have the values from the local storage. So we need to initialize these values from the storage. But sometimes the user doesn't have any values in the storage, so we're going to use the ternary operator. So let me make this bigger because we're going to require a lot of code. And let me start with the first one. So we're going to add a parenthesis, we're going to add local storage, get item, and we're going to add quiz underscore game underscore. This one should be correct. So this is going to check if this value exists. And in case that this exists, we're going to add this. In case that it doesn't exist, we're going to add this. So in case that it doesn't exist, we're going to add 0. So we're going to begin at 0. And in case that this exists on the local storage, we're going to apply that value over here. So basically this is the ternary operator. It's an if statement in one line. So let me copy this. And right here, we're going to replace this. So you can see the other one, the incorrect, is the same, but it has this in. So let me add incorrect right here. So now you can save this, and you can see we have 2 and 1. So once you reload, you have 2 and you have 1. And you can also reload, for example, well, you can play this, and it's going to be 3, 1. You can reload, and the values are going to be there the next time that you open the game. This is something nice and really easy to implement. So finally, we're going to add a button that is going to clear the results. You can see we have these clear results. So we're going to open the index.html, and we're going to cut this, and we're going to add a div with the class. We're going to use column D7, and we're going to add text right. Close this, and then we're going to add that button, and then we're going to add div class, column D5, and we're going to add text right again. And I'm going to create this button, so we're going to add an ID, which is going to be clear storage. So clear storage. And then we're going to add some classes, btn danger to make this red, and btn lg, and margin top 5. And I'm going to remove this href. So the text is going to say clear results. So now you can save this and open the project and open this one. So you can see we have check and we have clear results. So I added this text right because if you remove this This is going to be on the left and this one is going to be on the right. So I want to have this on the center. You can also add 6. It's going to be, well, the alignment is going to be a little better. And this one is really easy. Hopefully it doesn't hurt the feelings of my Brazilian students. So let me click here on check. You can see it was right. So everything is working fine at the moment. We need to add this clear results button. So again, we're going to open the quiz. You can see we added this clear storage ID. So we're going to open the quiz.js. And right here, I'm going to add a document.querySelector. And we're going to add that ID, clear storage, add event listener, and it's going to be click. And I'm going to call this one clear results, like this. So this is going to be the last function that we are going to create. And we're going to add clears the results from storage. We're going to add clear results, and this is going to be equals to an arrow function. And we're going to use the same code that we have here, but instead of having these variables, we're going to add 0. So we're going to reset only these values. In case that you have something else in the storage, we're going to only overwrite the values that this game is using. And in order to display this correctly, we're going to add set timeout. And after half second, it's going to be really fast. We're going to reload the window. So we're going to add window location dot reload, and the window is going to be reload with the new scores and also the new questions. So let me reload right here. You can see we had 4 and 1. So let me click here on clear results. The window is going to be reload, and now the totals are going to be reset to 0. So in the next video, we're going to review some of the API endpoints that you can pass so we can finish this example.